Keep sharing the live, guys. Keep spamming the likes.
Yo.
Hey, how you doing, Kareem?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you a Christian?
Thank God. I'm a human being.
Are you a follower of Christ?
I mean, I see nothing wrong with following. I think you should follow Christ. Yeah.
So you are a follower of Christ?
I wouldn't consider myself a follower of Christ. I mean, I think I should.
Do you believe in the God of the Holy Bible?
Which Bible are you talking about? The original Bible or the Bible we have today?
What's the original Bible?
The original Gospels given to Jesus.
So like the full Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament.
That we have today, are you talking about? Right. No, I don't believe in that.
What's the original one?
The original one is what we don't have because it's not there. That's what I'm saying. We don't have it.
If we don't have it, then it's not there. Then why do you believe in it?
Because we do have something that is preserved. It's called the Quran.
Oh, this live's for Christians.
I mean, it don't matter.
It does matter. I asked you if you were a Christian, and you said you're a human being. Then I asked you if you were a follower of Christ.
I actually feel like Muslims follow Jesus more than Christians, but that's just my opinion.
But Muslims don't believe that Jesus was actually the Son of God.
They do believe. Actually, I don't even think Christians believe Jesus is the Son of God in a literal sense. So that's
so you're a Muslim. You read the Quran and you believe that Jesus is the Son of God.
You made that. I never claimed to be a Muslim. You just made that. I just said that the Quran is the only book we have that has been preserved for over 1,500 years, unlike the Bible. That's all I said.
Do you worship the God of the Quran?
It confirms what the Bible says. That's what I'm saying. It confirms Jesus.
Do you worship the Quran? I mean, do you worship the God of the Quran?
You talking about the God of Abraham? Yeah.
Oh, okay, the God of Abraham. Okay, so is that like the God of Abraham, that God, is every command from that God good and righteous?
Of course, yeah.
So what about Deuteronomy 13:6, when God commands that if you find out that your children are worshiping other gods, that he commands you to stone them to death?
Well, that's what I'm trying to explain to you, bro, is that not everything is what it seems. You know what I'm saying? So there's no that's
what the God of Abraham commands.
But how many people you know actually are like, do you see that happening throughout the Bible?
Well, yeah, I know it doesn't happen today, but I'm saying that according to the Bible, God commands it.
That's what I'm saying.
God, but whether it happened or not is irrelevant to me, because this is what God commands. But it's whether or not people obey the command is irrelevant to me. The only thing that's relevant is
should be we should have order, or
I just want to know if that's a good and righteous command from the God of Abraham.
I believe there should be a threshold. There has to be a law. You know what I'm saying? There has to be someone above everyone.
So let me ask you again. When the God of Abraham commanded this in Deuteronomy 13:6, was that a good and righteous command?
And what was that? If you could go ahead and share with me what was said. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
He says if you find out that your children are worshiping other gods, that you should stone them to death.
I don't know how accurate that. I mean, you tell me. I'm not disagreeing with what it's saying. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's actually what it says. That's what I'm saying.
It says, if your very own brother or your son or daughter or the wife you love or your closest friend secretly entices you, saying, let us go and worship other gods, gods that neither you nor your ancestors have known, gods of the peoples around you, whether near or far, from one end of the land to the other. Do not yield to them or listen to them. Show them no pity. Do not spare them or shield them. You must certainly put them to death. Your hand must be the first in putting them to death, and in the hands of all the people. Stone them to death, because they have tried to turn you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery.
See, I don't believe that was actual part of the original scripture. That's what I'm saying. That verse you just read, it's just probably like a white man that put that in there or something.
A white man?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Bible.
Sir, the Bible was written by 5,000-year-old ancient Middle Easterners who didn't know where the sun goes at night.
It's actually created in the 1800s, but like I said, that's a different topic. Actually,
the Bible was written in the 1800s.
The Bible we have today it was made in the 1800s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you something. Since you like get to choose which parts of the Bible you like and which parts you don't like.
Well, it's
How do you-
the Quran confirms. That's what I said. Whatever the Quran doesn't agree with, I won't agree with it.
So you agree with the Quran, but you're not a Muslim.
Well, that's what I say. I don't think that I have the right over a religion. I don't get to claim a religion.
So, but you said you worship the Abrahamic God, right?
I believe in truth. That's what I say. I believe there's a right and a wrong.
You said you worship the Abrahamic God, correct?
I believe in one God, correct. I believe there's only one God.
Did this Abrahamic God, did he send his son down to be sacrificed on a cross for your sins?
I don't believe it started with Abraham. I believe it started with Adam, actually. Adam was the first one.
Adam was the first one to what?
You know, the first man, obviously. He was the first basically the message to for the time.
I didn't ask you who the first man was.
Right.
Are you listening to the questions I'm asking you, Kareem?
But you're making it seem like that's what we say in the context of God.
Are you listening to the questions that I'm asking you, Kareem?
What are you asking?
I'm asking you, did this Abrahamic God, did he send his son down to be sacrificed on a cross for your sins?
No, he did not. That's what I'm saying. He didn't do that.
What makes you say he didn't do that?
Because
didn't you just say you believe the Gospels? You said you believe the Gospels, right?
I believe that at that time, you know, it was Jesus was preaching about God, obviously, and people didn't, you know, like that, so they tried to kill him. And it wasn't traditional, so that's what happened. They crucified a lot of people, not just him. Like they tried to kill a lot of people. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who made that assertion.
So do you believe that Jesus is the son of the Abrahamic God?
Like I said, at that time, they were killing a lot of people for anything. But no, I don't think he's in the literal sense. Even the Christians today, I don't think they actually believe.
Of course they do. Okay. Every single Christian will come on here and tell me that Jesus was the Son of God. Yes.
In the literal sense, really. So that means we're all the Son of God. If that's the case.
How does that follow?
Because Jesus had a mother.
Okay.
So he was breastfed. Let me ask you another question.
How does Jesus being the Son of God make all of us the Son of God?
Because if you believe that God created Jesus, means in the fact that he's the Son of God, he's part of God, therefore he's part of God. That means we're all part of God. The logic doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not following that logic.
Christians, that's the problem with Christians. They don't even agree on who God is. So I'm not here to debate Christianity, you know. I'm here to debate what your topic here is. The first commandment's righteous, and I believe that we should live in a orderly society where we value law and order. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there's no such thing as the first commandments. There's over 613 commands that God gave to Moses.
Never goes right, but I was talking about the first 10 commandments is what everyone's familiar with. That's what I'm saying.
Well, how do you know that God gave those 10 commandments? How do you know that?
Because it's in Scripture.
But you said you don't believe in the Bible.
Like I said, I don't believe in the Bible today.
But the Bible says that God gave Moses commandments on Mount Sinai.
I don't discredit what the Bible says. All I'm saying is I don't. As a reference. That's all I'm saying. The Quran.
Okay, you don't discredit what the Bible says, right?
No, I don't read it. That's what I'm saying. I read the Quran. That's how I know my information from the Quran.
What verse in the Quran says that God gave Moses the 10 commandments?
Moses is probably mentioned in any other prophet in the Quran. If you actually know anything about.
Can you give me the Quranic verse?
I mean, there's a lot of them, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Just give me one. If there's a lot of them, just give me one.
I can't. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like.
Well, what the fuck are you doing up here?
I'm just trying to have a conversation, dude. But you don't.
But you don't feel like proving your claims.
You're against Christianity, but you seem to want to cling on to it so badly.
You don't want to prove. You don't want to engage in a debate. Then you don't want to prove the claims. And then what the fuck are you doing here?
Listen, is it because Christians don't claim you that you resent that, so you become a hater?
I'm not a hater on Christians. I'm a hater on the ideology of Christianity.
Oh, so you are a Christian?
You're not even listening to what I'm saying, are you?
Are you Christian or not? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I just told you that I hate the ideology of Christianity, and you think I'm a Christian.
Okay,
Make that make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Make that make sense, Kareem.
Bastard. No offense.
Kareem, make that make sense.
No, because you're very aggressive, man. I can't tell what you think you are. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know what you are. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I just said I don't like the.
But yet you don't claim Christianity. That don't make sense.
Yeah, I just said that I think Christianity is bad, and you said, oh, so you're Christian.
No,
what the fuck? Are you fucking listening to what I'm saying?
I'm saying, do you think you represent Christianity, or that you have the right to decide who Christian, who's not?
Okay, so on the background has a picture of like God, right? And it says hypocrite. So you think I'm a Christian?
No, I don't think you are. That's what I'm saying. You a smart ass.
Okay, relax. Just take a deep breath.
I'm good, man. I'm trying to have a conversation.
All right. Okay, Kareem. I'm an agnostic atheist. Okay, I'm not convinced that any gods exist. All right, I'm not convinced that they exist.
Good for you,
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck you believe.
Listen, let's stop worrying about what other people believe. But here's the thing.
I need to know what you believe in order for us to engage in conversation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going by what the claims you make. I can't go by assumptions, right? So,
what claims have I made?
Claim right now that you don't believe in God, right? Or you're open to believing one if there's evidence, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't basic kind of evidence. So so where do you think you came from? Like you came from something, or
I came from my parents.
You came from something, right?
Yeah, I came from my parents.
Someone, you would say. So based on that logic, you agree that it didn't come from nothing, though, right? It would be absurd to assume that we came from nothing, right?
Yeah, I never said that. I don't believe that. I don't believe we come from nothing.
You would agree that it's kind of absurd to assume that we came from nothing?
Yeah, I've never made the claim that we come from nothing. I don't know anybody who believes that.
I'm just saying, would you agree for the sake of the argument?
Yeah, I've never said that.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying, would you agree with that? That it's absurd to make that assumption?
But do you agree that something doesn't come from nothing?
Something come from nothing? Of course not. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, well, where did God come from?
Well, that's the problem. You're asking where did the beginning come from? Because God,
no, I'm asking you where did God come from?
That's what he doesn't beget, nor does he beget.
So God has just always existed.
God is everlasting.
Oh, okay. Well, I could just say that the universe has always existed.
Well, I'd rather believe in a God than believe that I created myself.
You would rather believe in magic than an actual observable universe?
It takes more magic to think that you created yourself, to be honest. That's what I'm saying.
Wait. When did I say I created myself?
So what do you think? Where do you think you came from?
I think that the universe could have always existed.
What's the universe? Where did the universe came from then?
Did you not hear what I just said?
The universe always existed. So did you always exist?
No, I didn't always exist, but the universe has always existed.
So you came from. You came from.
I came from my parents. I told you this already.
You came from the universe, or what? Like, how did you get?
I didn't come from anywhere. I was brought into existence by my parents.
Okay, and where did they come from?
From their parents.
Okay, where did they come from?
From their parents. See, so let me explain this to you.
No,
When two people love each other very much, often they'll engage in what's called sex, and very often after that engagement,
where you come from.
I just told you it came from my parents.
You can't even explain where you. Okay, where is your? So you're telling me that we came from our parents? Of course, I agree with that. My problem with is that you're jumping. You go from the
what? No, you're jumping. You're jumping all the way to God when there's no need to jump to God.
Where did we come from? That's what I'm saying. Where did your parents come from?
My parents came from their parents.
Okay, where did they come from?
From their parents. See, when two people love each other very much.
It's absurd to assume that you came from nothing, right? But you literally just said the universe made you. Or they came
I didn't say that. I said my parents made me.
That. In other words, that's what you just said.
I said my parents made me. You're not listening.
Where did they come from?
Their parents.
Okay, where did they come from?
See, when two people love each other very much, they engage in what's called sex, and then after they have sex, that produces babies.
Where did the first? If you go back, it's going to go back to one man, one woman, right?
No, there's no such thing as a first human being.
So where did you think you came from? The human?
I came from my parents.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Where did they
From their parents.
original humans come from?
Humans come from other humans.
Right, I agree with that. But I'm saying, what did the so is humans always exist? Humans always exist?
No, I never said that.
Okay, so what? That's what I'm saying. Where did we come from? That's what I'm saying. Where do you think?
I come from my parents.
So where did they come from?
From their parents.
See how ridiculous you sound? You sound.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Saying that my parents, saying that my parents come from their parents is a ridiculous statement. Now
you're trying to. Okay, where did they come from? Their parents.
They came from their parents.
Okay, where did their parents come from?
See, when two people love each other very much,
you don't want to answer the question. That's the problem. You want to.
Where did God come from?
Like everybody else, that there has to be a beginning. That's a repetitive question.
What's your evidence of a creator?
Nothing can last. Nothing is forever except the creator. Without God, we wouldn't be here.
What's your evidence of that?
I just told it through logic. You could just do it through logic, reason.
Okay, give the logical syllogism for a creator.
Given the fact that we didn't come from nothing, right? So there has to be a creator. That's what I'm saying. We came from. We're here. I don't believe
that's a non sequitur.
Okay, you call it whatever you want.
That's a fallacy. It's a fallacy.
Well, I think it's a fallacy to believe that you can believe in a creator and not believe in a creator at the same time. In fact,
wait, when did I say that? When did I say I believe in a creator and I don't believe in it?
Well, which one do you do? Do you believe in a God or don't? You don't. Which one?
I told you I'm not convinced that any gods exist.
So I'm saying, do you believe? Okay, do you know what belief means, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It means that you have a justified knowledge, like a justified belief in something that justifies knowledge.
Nope, it's literally to know. It's literally the damn definition to know. So you know, that's what you're saying. So you either know that God exists or you don't know God exists, based on your justification.
No, there is a position. No, you could say I don't know.
Okay, so but the problem is that it can't. I don't know is not an answer.
But you don't. But Kareem, you don't know that God exists. You just have faith that God exists.
What I'm saying is you cannot believe in a God and not believe in a God at the same time. That's all I'm saying.
You know what agnosticism is?
But you agree with what I'm saying? I know what agnosticism is, but do you know what I'm saying? You agree with
I lack the knowledge of a God, therefore I'm not convinced that any gods exist.
What I'm saying to you is,
I'm not making any claims.
Let's just say you don't believe in a God. I do, right? One of us has to be correct. Do you agree?
Yeah, I could be wrong, and so could you.
What I'm saying is only one of us can be correct, though. Yes or no? Based on that because how do you know that it's the Christian God or that it's the Abrahamic God? What I'm saying is there has to be a creator, bro. There has to be one person that's correct.
Yeah, but
only one truth. That's what I'm saying.
But how do you know that creator is the Abrahamic God?
Well, I believe in one God. That's all I said in the beginning. That's what Jesus said. And that's what Moses said.
How do you know that the creator is the Abrahamic God and not the Muslim God or the Hindu God?
That's a title we gave Abraham, but it didn't start with him.
So what is your evidence of this creator?
We are the evidence.
That's begging the question.
The fact that we can sit here and talk about, I believe every breath you take, even when you sin, it's a permission from the creator. That's what I'm saying.
How do you know that we're not here because of the Tooth Fairy?
Well, we know the Tooth Fairy is a fictional character, unlike God.
How do you know?
Which is a biblical truth, like you said. It's one.
How do you know? What biblical verse says the Tooth Fairy is fictional?
Well, I'm saying God it's a biblical truth.
Earlier you said you didn't trust the Bible, so why are you talking about biblical truth?
I'm saying in terms. I believe in the original Bible.
So which one is it? You said that you didn't trust the Bible, and now you're saying there's biblical truth.
I believe in the truth, brother. I already told you that.
What truth?
There's only one truth.
What truth is that?
Only one God. That's what I said.
So okay, demonstrate that. Prove it.
Okay. The only reason why there can only be one God because if there was one God stronger than the other, one would kill the other. Meaning one of them would be still stronger. So that therefore there can only be one God.
Okay. Prove that. You're just making claims.
I'm just based on logic. and they can't be equal in power because they would have a power to eliminate each other, meaning there will be no God. There's no existence then.
Okay, prove everything you just said.
Therefore, there only is one God. God is not a cow. God is not a monkey.
Prove that.
God is
Prove
not
that.
a son. You are not God.
Can you stop making claims and prove
Did you create
it?
yourself? Did you create yourself, or are you always?
No. No, I did not create. I told you I come from my parents.
I just told you. You're dodging the question, bro. That's what I'm saying. You keep dodging.
You haven't asked me a question. You just made a bunch of claims.
No. I'm making claims based on.
What is your evidence? What is your evidence that the universe has a creator?
Given the fact that we were created, that's a good.
But you're assuming creation. What's the evidence that there's a creator?
I'm not asserting anything. I'm coming up to the conclusion.
I just asked you, Kareem, I just asked you, what is the evidence that there's a creator? And you responded, because we're created.
Yeah, that's one of the evidence. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of evidence.
That is fucking nonsensical.
That's
That is fucking circular as
fuck. That might not be a fulfilling evidence for you, but it is for me. But like I said, I believe that life is
What is the evidence that we're created? What's the evidence that the universe?
If we had the evidence, or we could see God right in front of our eyes, there would be no point of living. There would be no test.
Oh, so you take it on faith?
I do. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, faith is believing in something with no evidence.
Like I said, belief is knowing. You believe in lots of things. It doesn't mean you have to have evidence for it.
I believe in facts.
Well, me too. Doesn't mean I don't believe in. Obviously, I don't believe.
But you believe that the universe has a creator, but that's not a fact.
That is a fact. Unless you could tell me.
Okay, prove it. Prove it.
A better argument. That's what I'm saying.
Prove that the universe has a creator.
Before you dismantle the basis, foundation of reality, you must present a better. That's what I'm saying. A better thought. That's what I'm saying. Or a better argument. That's what I'm saying. There's no.
Can you give evidence that the universe has a creator?
I just told you, it's not up to me to do that.
No, you're making the claim that the universe has a creator, so the burden of proof is on you to prove that.
I'm not making the claim.
You just claimed that the universe has a creator.
Using logic and reason and evidence to make an assumption based on the observation,
Okay. Do you believe that the universe has a creator?
Of course.
Then prove it.
Do you believe in the Big Bang?
What is the Big Bang, Kareem?
You tell me. You believe in it?
What is the Big Bang? Tell me.
Do you believe that the universe has always been here? You just said that, right?
Well, that has nothing to do with the Big Bang, but yeah, I believe the universe could have always existed, yeah.
So what is the universe to you?
The universe is just It's just something that's always existed.
How do you know that?
Thank you, Justin, for the corgi butt. Thank you. I don't necessarily know it, but that's just I believe that the universe could have always existed, and I think that's more rational than to add God to it. Which one of these things? Which one of these two things is observable? The universe or God?
Have you ever seen either of them? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, we can observe the universe. Yeah.
Really? Have you personally?
Yeah. All you have to do is go outside and look up at the sky at night.
That's the universe. So the world is the universe to you.
The universe, yes. I've seen the universe.
I believe that God only allows us to know what we're allowed.
What is your evidence that the universe has a creator?
It's just the way how you look at it. That's all it is.
I would just like you to give verifiable, testable evidence that proves that the universe has a creator.
I just told you. I'm not, okay, if you can.
The only thing you've told me is because we're created, and that's circular. You're saying the universe has a creator because we're created. Right. You're assuming creation in the first place.
Well, you're the one who's assuming that we came from nothing, but you just.
No, I never said that.
Okay, where did the universe come from?
Okay, I'm gonna say this for the 10th time. Now, please listen. I believe that the universe could have always existed.
What about the?
And if something has always existed, does it come from somewhere?
So you believe that you
Kareem, if something has always existed, does it come from somewhere?
I don't believe that anything always can last. Nothing is.
Kareem,
that's what I'm saying. Only God.
Kareem, if something has always existed, does it come from somewhere?
Yes, of course. Everything come from something, except except God.
Let me look. I'm going to ask you. I don't think you understood me. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to ask you just really slowly, okay? If something has always existed, did it come from somewhere?
If something always existed, did it come from somewhere? No, because it always existed in that sense.
Exactly. So stop asking me, where did the universe come from? I've already told you, I believe that the universe has always existed.
That's what I'm saying. So you believe that the universe was always there, even though you believe in the Big Bang, though, right?
What is the Big Bang? Tell me what the Big Bang is.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. That's what I was saying.
The Big Bang is the expansion of the universe. That's all it is.
Oh.
It's not the start. It's not the beginning. It's just simply the expansion of the universe.
So doesn't expansion mean that it was together at one point? Doesn't that mean isn't that what, like, you know?
Correct.
Smaller. So that means it didn't exist. That's what I'm saying.
How does that follow?
Because if everything is the universe, that's what the universe by definition means. Then
so the universe, the universe could have been a very much hotter, smaller, denser state, and then it rapidly expanded. But whatever that thing was, it could have always existed.
So how? Okay, was it always like that?
Always like what?
That hot, rapid state that you're referring to.
Obviously not, because it's currently expanding faster than the speed of light.
So you're saying, well, according to that, that was pretty recent. It wasn't just always. That wasn't just
I believe it was about 14.5 billion years ago.
According to the people that you worship, right? What I'm saying is that.
Wait, when did I ever say I worship something?
That's what I'm saying. You worship them, but you don't.
When did I ever say that I worship something?
I mean, you have to believe in something, right? That's what I'm saying.
When did I ever say that I worship something?
Okay, it was a bad choice of words. Okay.
Oh, so you lied. You lied.
You just made
you know that's a sin, right? You know it's a sin to lie, right?
You know, right?
You need to repent. You need to repent and ask God for forgiveness because you just committed a sin.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're not trying to learn, man. That's what I'm saying. You're not trying to have a conversation.
I'm just waiting for you to give evidence that the universe has a creation.
Well, just the fact that you believe that if everything is created.
Well, hey, Kareem, don't tell me what I believe. Give your evidence for your claims.
You believe you came from nothing? Yes or no?
I just told you that the universe could have always existed.
So you believe? Okay, so where did everything come from?
Oh my fucking God, Kareem, are you fucking listening to a word I'm saying?
So you always existed? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to figure out what you believe. That's what I'm saying.
I've told you a dozen times I come from my parents.
So your parents always existed?
All right, now you're just being dishonest. You're not actually engaging in the conversation.
I'm really trying to figure out what you believe.
I've told you over and over again that I come from my parents, and you said, "Well, where do they come from?" I said, "They come from their parents."
All right.
So I don't know, Kareem. I don't know. Again, I'll explain this to you again. When two people love each other very much, they'll often engage in sex.
Okay, we already acknowledged that you came from your parents.
Oh, well, then stop asking me where I come from.
Where do parents come from? You're not asked the question.
They come from their parents.
Okay, where do their parents come from?
From their parents.
Their parents.
Yeah, see, when two people love each other very much, they engage in what's called sex.
So you say that?
I'll explain the birds and the bees to you really quickly.
You don't know where you come from, bro.
I come from my parents.
You're so confident when you don't know where you come from. That's what I'm saying.
I just told you I come from my parents.
But you keep dodging it. You keep every time
Ask me again. Ask me the question again. I'll answer it. Go ahead.
Every time I do that, you keep telling about the birds and the bees story. Like
ask me where I come from, and I'll answer it.
Where do you think you come from? You talking about you come from your parents.
I come from my parents.
I don't think you do.
I didn't. Where did I come from?
You did come from your mother, yeah, but you did not.
Yeah, I come from my parents.
God made you in the womb. That's what I believe.
Oh, really? Prove that. Prove that.
Yeah. Look up the formation of the birth and the womb. Look it up. You're gonna see that God.
What?
In the making.
Can you just give evidence that God created me now?
That's what I'm saying. You don't have kids, probably. You wouldn't know. But let me just.
Give the evidence that God.
Question now, without playing games, right? Without trying to be funny.
I've answered it. I've answered every single question you've asked me.
Have a real conversation, and where you said your parents came from their parents. Let's go 10 generations from now, and their parents came from their parents.
We all come from a common.
At that time,
There is no first human. There's no first man and woman.
Where do you think humans come from? That's what I'm saying.
From a common ancestor.
Common ancestor of what? What are you saying? That's what I'm trying to teach me.
An ancestor.
Okay, I want to know what you think. This is not a debate. I'm just trying.
I believe that we all have a common ancestor.
Who's all we? All humans? Is that what you're saying?
Human beings, yes. Human beings,
Okay,
yes.
we all share a common. That will be a man, a human. You believe we came from a human?
Yeah, I believe I come from a human, yes.
Okay, so where did they come from? Those humans.
From other humans.
So okay, so what are the humans? Did they always exist, or did they
No.
Okay, so where did they come from? That's what I'm saying.
The humans.
Why are you laughing? I'm asking you a serious question. You laughing?
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
We all share a common ancestor.
Okay, all humans. You're saying all we, as in a sense, all humans, right? Okay, where did the humans come from? Then?
From our ancestors.
And who are they? Human?
No.
Okay, and what are those? What are the humans?
They're apes.
So we come from apes. Is that what you're saying?
We are apes.
Okay, so we are apes, and we come from apes. Is that what you're saying?
No. We don't come from.
No,
we
don't
don't
anymore. Or what?
Kareem.
Yeah.
We don't come from apes. We are apes.
Okay. We are apes. We're no longer human. We come from apes the whole time.
Humans are great apes. Yes.
Okay.
It's a fact. That's a fact. It's a biological fact.
So thank you for explaining to me. Okay, so now it makes a little bit more sense.
Wait, hold on. I got a friend who wants. I got a friend who wants to come up here.
I prefer to have this conversation, the rest of this conversation with you, if you don't mind. So we are apes, but you. Okay, so let's just go back to like it doesn't change anything. Okay, we're no longer human. We're apes. We come from apes. Okay, where did those apes come from?
From other apes.
Okay, and did they always exist, or did they come from other? What is it?
No.
What happened? Where'd they come from?
They evolved from a common ancestor.
And what? Okay, what common ancestor of what? For who? For our ancestor or the
for other ancestors.
For other ancestors. Okay, what?
Yeah. Does that make sense, or does it? Wait.
All these ancestors come from?
Does that make sense, or does it make more sense that God literally made us out of?
Where did that come from? After that, before that, then before that, where did that come from?
Where did God come from?
Well, I'm asking you a question first. So
where did God? If everything comes from something.
If you answer my question, then I'll answer yours. But my question is not one question.
Kareem,
I want to get to it.
If everything comes from something, then where did God come from?
I want you to tell me how you created yourself.
Where did God come from? Where did God come from?
Tell me how you created yourself. Tell me where those animals came from. Okay, we came from animals. That's what you're basically trying to say, right? We came from
Kareem.
We came from a fish, yes or no?
Relax. Calm down.
I want you to tell me where we come from.
Take a deep breath, Kareem. Take a deep breath.
I can't have a conversation with you if you're not trying to be,
sir.
If you're trying to be,
everything is going to be okay.
You're not trying to be open-minded and willing to learn, bro.
Kareem, everything is going to be okay. Okay, just take a deep breath and relax.
All
right. Now listen, I gotta hold on. Calm down. If everything comes from something, then where did God come from?
God is the creator of everything, so he don't come from anything. Everything come from him.
Okay. Then the universe has always existed. Boom, we're back at square one.
So you said the universe came from. You said the universe always existed, right? But you just said that at one point in time it wasn't like this. It was a small head dense. So
yeah, but that hotter, denser state.
That state forever. That's what, so the universe is constantly.
Why not?
Because according to you, the universe is constantly changing.
Yeah, but it's always existed.
How has it always existed when it was at one point?
How has God always existed?
You just said you believe in the constant. The universe always existed. It didn't have a beginning. You just said that. It always existed, right?
Yeah.
You just said that.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, it could have always existed.
Okay,
yeah, sure.
So why does it change? That's what I'm saying. Where did this change come from? Why do we now?
How is it illogical that something that's always existed?
Where did the change come from?
Kareem, please relax.
Where did this come from? I'm saying you claim
the universe, Kareem. The universe.
Explain them. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Kareem, everything is going to be okay. Just relax, please. Take a deep breath.
Talking to a child that think he knows everybody in the world.
You're the one who's acting like a child here, so just relax.
You're the only child probably here this whole life, bro. For real.
All right, just calm down, sir, please. The universe could have always existed in some way. which means that it didn't come from anywhere. It's just always existed. Whether it changes or not, something changing does not discount that it could have always existed.
Like you just said, 14 billion years ago, it was condensed and small and hot.
Yes, and that much hotter, denser state has always existed.
So what changed?
That it began to rapidly expand.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
It's always existed.
What always existed?
The universe could have always existed.
The hot, dense, or the...
It doesn't matter what state. It doesn't matter what state it's in. It could have always existed.
How do you get 0 to 1? That's what I'm saying. How do you how do you add 0 to 0? Like how do you add nothing and then you get something? That's what I'm saying. How do you get that?
I don't even know what you're yapping about now. I have no clue what you're.
A hot state is always like it's eternal. Why did the universe was always eternal and hot? Now it's expanding. Why?
Kareem, I don't know why the universe began to rapidly expand faster than the speed of light, and it's still currently expanding faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, go ahead, explain it to me.
I don't know. I don't know why it began to do that. You know all about
it. You're the one who making that claim, right? You said that the universe is eternal.
Sir,
you made the claim the universe is eternal.
Even if
it contradicts that theory. That's what I'm saying.
Kareem, calm down. Even if that the universe did have a beginning, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was your Abrahamic God. It could have been a natural state, like a quantum mechanics or something like that.
Had a beginning, yes or no?
I believe that it's always existed.
But you just said if it did have a beginning.
Even if it did have a beginning, it doesn't mean that it was your Abrahamic God that likes to stone children to death for worshiping other gods.
Well, that's not what I believe. That's what you believe. But anyway.
That's what the Bible. That's what the Bible says.
I don't believe the real Bible says that.
Well, then how do you know Jesus rose from the dead?
I don't think he did. That's what I'm saying.
So you don't even know what you believe. Like you. No, you're not even.
You don't know what you believe.
You said you believe in the Abrahamic God. You said you worship the Abrahamic God.
I believe
according to the Abrahamic God.
Not only the Abrahamic God, the God of Moses, the God of Abraham, the God of Jesus, the God of Muhammad.
Yeah. Well, that God, according to the Scripture, sent His Son down, Jesus, to die on the cross and then rose from the dead.
That's your interpretation from.
That's what the Bible says.
Not real. So not
you
real.
said you said you believe the Quran, right? You said you believe the Quran more than the Bible.
The Quran is the most preserved.
But he's not. But you said you're not Muslim.
I don't think I have the right to claim that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you're just a theist. You just believe in a creator, but you don't know if it's the Christian God or the Muslim God, or you just believe that there was a creator.
I know that for a fact. That's what I'm saying.
And what God is that?
I just told you. There's only one God.
The Abrahamic God?
It's only one. We all worship the same God. There's only one God, bro.
Okay. There's lots of people who have other gods, and how do you discount those gods?
I mean, those are not real. Obviously, you don't believe in a cow.
Okay. Whatever method you use to determine that those gods aren't real, I'll apply that to your God and see what happens.
I don't see how the creator of the universe can be, compared to a cow or a monkey.
You're assuming that there was a creator. You have not given any evidence that the universe has a creation.
You just said you were an ape.
I didn't say we come from apes. I said we are apes.
You came from ape. That's why I don't believe that I came from ape. You were speaking from your perspective.
That's just biologically true. That's just taxonomically true.
Well, that's your perspective. You came from an ape. You are an ape. That's what I'm saying.
That's what the modern consensus of science says, that we human beings are great apes.
You can't describe how even though we always been here, or that we created. Either we believe that we created. Excuse me. This is how it goes. Basically, you either believe that we always existed, or we created ourselves, or you believe we came from nothing.
Me personally, I did not always exist. No, I come from my parents.
Do you believe that's a true dichotomy?
What?
Do you believe that's a true dichotomy?
I'm not sure what that is exactly.
Okay, so do you believe if one is true, the other one is false, or if the other one is true, then the other one's false? Do you think that if it's the case that I do not know where I come from, therefore it must be the existence that I created myself, or some other possible existence like that? Because if it's the case that I don't believe that we've always...
You're talking about the God. I don't believe the God of the gaps. No.
No, well, if I sit there and say that we have not always existed, but I also say we did not create ourselves, and I give you a justifiable reason why, then it wouldn't be a true dichotomy.
Listen, we know We didn't come from nothing, and we know we didn't always exist. That's why it's crazy to assume such things.
What's your argument for that?
Saying that, but because he just said he came from his mother, and we know that we had a birth. We all have birthdays, right? And that birth determines our beginning of life. So we obviously had a beginning. Everything has a beginning. Everything has an end, except
Kareem.
That's what
Wait.
No, Kareem. Nobody here believes that something comes from nothing. So just stop saying that, please.
You do.
Nope.
You believe. That
No, I don't. The universe could have always existed.
You don't even know what you believe. Stop trying.
So what's your argument that a universe could not have always existed? What is the argument? Like, do you have like a P1, P2? What's that?
The Big Bang.
So the Big Bang is just the existence of the known universe. It never says that. It talks about anything about a state before. It's just a singularity point of all.
The state of before and the present universe, is it not the same universe?
So, like, Roger Penrose does an amazing paper. He is a PhD mathematician. He does a cyclical universe. When he describes it, is that the universe has always existed in one state or in another, and that it just changes states. And so, under this change of state, that the universe expands and retracts multiple overtimes in an infinite amount of time.
It's crazy that you say that, because scientists most throughout history actually believed the universe was static and was eternal until the early 19th century, where
that's fine. I don't. That's not really a counter to my argument. But so when I discuss in the state,
I'm not trying to debate, so I'm just trying to have a conversation about,
Yeah, that's fine. No, everyone used to believe all kinds of crazy stuff all the time. I mean, there's time people believe the Earth was flat. They had justification for it too. But that's not relevant to the
talking about. That's what I'm saying.
You don't think I know what I'm talking about?
I think.
Well, then refute his arguments, Kareem. Then refute his arguments then.
So most of history, they all believed in an eternal universe until the astronomy.
That actually points in favor of his argument, because he's arguing that the universe could have always existed.
The guy came and found the galaxies are spread.
Eric just said that the universe could have always existed, and you said, well, actually, scientists believe that the universe could have always existed.
No, I did not say that.
You're agreeing.
In history, we humans thought that the universe was ecstatic, and it changed recently. That's what I said.
Yeah, 14.2 billion years ago. So when the expansion of the universe started, we have evidence of this.
That's a big understanding, though. That's a big change. That's what I'm saying.
That's fine. So what is your argument that the universe could not be eternal?
How do you make two claims? You make the universe is eternal. It's always been, but obviously it couldn't have been because it's always changing. So
give the argument for that.
Wait, I don't.
Well, the proof of that is the fact that you just said we live in an expanding universe, and that at once upon a time it was a hot condensed. So
how does it follow that because something changes?
When did it start expanding, and why?
Kareem, how does it follow that because something?
That's what I'm saying.
Kareem,
you believe in nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Kareem. Just please relax. How does it follow?
Because you're trying to argue.
How does it follow that because something?
With yourself.
Kareem, hold on here. Just hold on a second,
no
please. Kareem, how does it follow that because something goes through states of changes that makes it impossible that it's always existed?
No, you're the one who made the claim that the universe always existed.
And you're saying that it couldn't have always existed because it goes through changes, right?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it can't.
That is what you said.
I'm saying that
you said the universe could not have. You said the universe could not have always existed because it goes through changes.
The universe is everything we know, right? Is everything that we know, or that we can that we live in, right? That we can know.
Please give the argument for how the universe could not have always existed.
Yeah, I just told you the Big Bang, but that's what I was saying.
The Big Bang is just the change in the universe. How does it follow that because something goes through changes that it could not have always existed? Thank you for the corgi, but thank you.
That's what I was trying to understand. Like, what is your argument that things that exist eternally cannot go through states of change? Like, what's your? Do you have like a premises to a conclusion or something?
Is that the universe had a beginning based on the fact that it was a hot, dense.
But that's not what science is saying.
That hotter, denser
that's
state.
Not what science say. Yeah.
That hotter, denser state could have always existed.
So how do you know it doesn't exist today? That's what I'm saying.
It does exist today because we live in reality. We exist.
how does it exist if we're in a part of the expansion? If the universe expands?
So again, how does something going through changes or expanding mean that it didn't always exist?
I could point to like set theory where there's an infinite amount of sets with finite space in between, that our universe is a finite space in between this universe that exists. There's an infinite amount of sets that have always existed, with like a B theory time that it legitimately has always existed in this sets. So like there is a logical issue that it's logically possible that a universe does exist, unless you can give me like a P and not P, some kind of logical contradiction to demonstrate the impossibility of this. Yeah, right now you haven't given that. That's why I was asking, what is your argument to claim that if a state of change does occur, therefore it cannot be eternal?
Well, I was saying the fact that you believe in an eternal universe, meaning that it's non-changing. That's what static.
Can you give me the actual how you got to the state that if it is eternal, it has to be static, it cannot change?
Given that that's the current observation that we have today.
I don't know what that means. So, like, our universe is actually moving right now. We're expanding at this very moment, so this isn't a static universe. As we're expanding at this very moment, there's no static
where did that expanding come from? That's what I'm saying. Where did it come from?
It started from when the expansion of the universe happened. Yeah.
So the expansion always existed. It didn't come from the hot death.
Well, the singularity could have always existed, and 14.2 billion years ago, it started to expand. This could have easily been multiple explanations between this. I mean, there's multiple different hypotheses of philosophical arguments. There is no reason to assert a god in any of this, because I can pull a grand Moppy with a finite universe that came into existence through quantum fluctuations. I can point to an infinite regression provided by a grand Moppy.
Creator would be more plausible than to suggest that the universe created itself. That's just my opinion, because
nobody said the universe created itself. We're arguing that the universe could have always existed.
Well, that's not what you're saying, though. At the same time,
yes, because we are.
That the universe was always.
When did we ever say that the universe created itself?
Yeah, that wouldn't be the argument.
In other words, basically, if you're saying that it didn't come from, it's always there, and that it's expanding, that means it's never the same. It's always changing.
Why does something that's changing mean that it could not have always existed?
No, it's not that it could have not always existed, but
But that's what you keep. That's what you keep going back to. You keep going back to. Well,
at one point, that's what it means.
But Kareem, you keep going back to. Well, the universe could not have always existed because it's expanding. It's changing. So
right.
What about something that changes means that it could not have always existed?
Oh, repeat that question.
Why does the fact that the universe changes or goes through changes and is currently expanding, why does that fact mean that it could not have always existed?
Because the fact that it does change, meaning that it doesn't have. Hold on. So
what?
Oh, let me just think about this real quick. So you're saying, okay, one more time. Can you repeat the question one more time?
Where's the contradiction in that something goes through changes means that it couldn't possibly have always existed?
Well, I can't understand your question, so I ain't gonna lie.
But that's what your argument is. Your argument is that the universe could not have always existed because it's expanding. It's going through changes. That's what your argument is.
It's not that. It's just that what.
And then I just asked you to explain that, and you said you don't understand my question, which means you don't understand your own argument.
Well, I don't think you do either, to be honest.
No, I'm trying to make sense of.
Yeah, his argument's absolutely logically sound. That's why I'm asking for like a logical contradiction of P and not P on your reasoning. Yeah.
All right, so look, my point is, I hope you know you're not, this is not a debate, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I got you or you got me. I'm just honestly trying to have a conversation.
That's typically what people say when they're losing.
Okay. You can take that as like that, but I'm not a debate. That's not a debate.
I'm just messing with you, Kareem. This is the debate stage, though. But you keep saying that the universe could not have always existed because it's expanding. So where's the contradiction there? Why is the fact that the universe is expanding mean that it could not have always existed?
Well, I'm not the one who's making that claim. That's the issue.
You are. You're claiming that the universe could not.
You're the one who's claiming that.
No, Kareem, you're claiming that it's impossible for the universe to have always existed because it's going through changes. It's expanding. That's what your claim is. That's what your argument has been this whole time. And Eric has repeatedly asked you for the premises, and I've asked you repeatedly, what about something going through changes means that it could not have always existed?
I think so. Like when you state like I just don't see it possible or anything, that's irrelevant to the conversation. Something can be logically possible, and you just don't think it's possible or anything like that. But if you're saying that it's not possible, you have to give like a logical contradiction of P not P, some kind of like logical argument that with entailments and all this stuff to give a justification why someone should refuse this argument. And Skits is giving you a very logical argument that doesn't, and he's asking for a contradiction or some kind of justification that why he shouldn't believe it. And if you're thinking like a change of state is an argument for like an infinite regression or something like this, I don't see how that entails if a substance changes is relevant to the existence always being eternal.
So let me ask the host a question real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So you said about the universe. How about this? I answered your questions, right? I couldn't answer the questions you had for me because honestly, I'm not really well educated on the Big Bang and all that. So I'll give you that one, right? But I want to ask you this right here. Can you please allow me to ask you the question again? Where do you think you came from? And can you not try to give me a smart answer?
Okay, when you say you, like where did I come from?
Right.
You mean like me, my personal body and my physical
right.
body? Where did my physical body come from? Is what you're asking me, right?
Unless you believe you always existed. You believe you always existed?
Yeah. No, of course not. My physical body comes from my parents.
Okay, where did they come from?
From their parents.
Okay, and their parents.
Correct.
Okay, where they come from?
See, when you ask the question, where did you come from? What the fuck does that even mean? When you say you, do you mean my physical? Do you mean where did we come from?
We're on the same page so far. So okay, where did they come from?
From their parents.
I think he's asking for evolution. I think he's just.
I know what he's doing, and I've already explained to him that we are apes. That we all evolved from a common ancestor.
Yep. Since you brought that up, I'll go ahead and skip it a little bit because last time we got interrupted by that. So you said we came from apes.
No,
right?
I didn't say that. I didn't say we come from apes. I said we are apes.
Sorry, we are apes, and we come from apes, right?
No, we didn't come from apes. We are apes.
But we come from a common ancestor with other apes or other life forms, right?
Yes, we all share a common ancestor. Yes.
Okay, and where did these the common ancestors, where did these come from? Other life?
From their ancestors.
But they come from non-life or life?
I mean, you could talk about abiogenesis where non-life creates life, but I'm not really sure if I believe that. But as far as I know, that human beings as we have them today evolved from their common ancestors, okay. And those ancestors.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just going for the sake of the argument, and I'm just going by what you believe. The argument that I have, I just want to know what you believe. It's not really an argument.
I told you, I believe in facts.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see how the facts before they get. So you said they came from other animals, right? That's what you said.
We are animals, yes.
Okay, so we come from other animals.
No, we don't come from animals. We are animals.
But you said we came from like humans share common ancestors with other animals.
We are animals.
But I'm saying humans in general. You don't consider humans animals, like.
Yes, we are animals.
See, I think we're changing topics. You know,
we are like you can look up the taxonomy and
definitively we're animals.
No,
yes, we are animals.
I understand what you're saying. Like I'm not slow. I'm just saying like if you cannot,
If you're asking me where did my physical body come from, I come from my parents.
right. And
Now what's your next question?
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is where do you think life came from? That's what I'm saying. Where do you think humans come from? So you person.
What is life? What is life?
You? Life is you.
Life. I think life would be defined as a chemical process,
Really?
and that could have always existed.
So you always existed.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's what I'm saying. Where do you?
I told you I come from my parents. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
Okay, where did they come from?
From their parents.
See, okay, we're gonna skip back to the ape thing, right?
So, like, when two people love each other very much, they engage in what's called sex, and that very often.
I understand how you got here. I'm just.
Well, then stop asking me where I come from. If you understand how I got here.
No, how you got here is.
If you understand where I come from, then please stop asking me where I come from.
That's only part of it. That's not all of it.
That's all of it. I come from my parents.
Just because you get your
my mother and my father had a really good my mother and my father had a really good time in the backseat of a car one night, and here I am.
You get your genetics from your dad and your mom, and you also get your own set of genetics. But I'm not here arguing about that. I'm just trying to figure out where you think you came from. That's all I'm trying. One night, my mother and my father had a really good time in the backseat of a car, and here I am. That's where I come from. Answer the question without trying to be acting smart. Can you just
I'm literally telling you where I come from.
No, I'm not. You're not answering the question because we're like.
Okay. Ask me again.
No. We were going somewhere, and then we keep starting back from the beginning. I don't like that. I want to finish off.
You keep asking me where I come from, and I told you that
at the apes. That's where we were at, or the what do you think we were at? We were at fishes. Where were we at? Where do you think we came? Like, so we went from your parents to all.
Where did you ask? Okay, so why don't you ask me what you really want to know? Where do apes come from? Is that what you want to know?
Is that what you want? Okay, yeah. So what do you think? Because we are apes, right? That's what you consider.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, where do apes come from?
Apes come from other apes.
Okay, where do they come from?
From other apes.
Okay, where did they come from?
Like a baby ape comes from its parents, and those apes came from their parents.
What these apes, did they always exist, or did they come from something?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Of course not. But it'd be absurd to say they always existed, right?
Yeah. So where did God come from?
Huh?
Where did God come from?
Well, let me ask you first because we already did this.
Dude, you've asked me like literally. I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, hold on,
listen,
Kareem. I'm not even being sarcastic. Kareem.
You don't want to have a conversation.
Hold on, Kareem. I'm not even being sarcastic here. I think you've asked me about 100 questions, and 80 of those questions has been the same question.
No,
so will you please tell us now where God comes from?
No, I have not. You have not answered my question.
What's your question?
Because, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what you think, and I'm gonna show you.
What's your question?
How you're stupid because you don't want to.
What is your question?
You know where it's heading. You know
what is your question? What is your question?
To make yourself look stupid, because I would not want to look stupid as well.
Can you stop crying and ask me your question now?
Okay, where did you said you believe you're an ape? You're a monkey, right? Where did these monkeys come from?
From other apes and other monkeys.
Okay, where did they come from?
From their parents.
And which are what, monkeys?
Yeah.
Okay, and where did they come from?
From their parents. See, when two monkeys love each other very much, they engage in what's called sex, and then when that happens,
right, that's fine. We don't know about sex. We're not.
Oh, well, then stop asking me where things come from. I don't know if you know this, but
where did they come from?
They come from.
Where did they come from? Answer the question.
From their parents. The monkeys come from their parents.
Okay, where did they come from? Did they always exist, or did they come from somewhere?
No, of course they didn't always exist.
Okay, that'll be stupid to assume. Where did they? Oh
yeah, so now where did God come from? Yeah, it would be stupid.
Don't fucking ask me a question. Don't answer my question with a question.
Are you just wanting to know about abiogenesis?
Listen,
Kareem,
you don't want to answer my question, but you want me to answer your question. That's not how it works, buddy. You're trying to have a conversation. You want to learn.
Listen, tiny violin until you're done crying. Okay, just relax.
No, you a bitch, man. At this point.
So that
Jesus would be really proud of you.
You don't even need it.
Jesus would be really proud of you.
This might help you. So there was a common ancestor of all mammals.
Real quick. Let me ask you, because you seem like you're not You're not dumb. Let me talk to you a little bit.
Eric's about to
Skits
make
is
you.
pretty intelligent.
Eric's gonna make you feel more dumb than I've made you feel.
Yeah.
He doesn't. You don't make me feel dumb. I said he don't seem as
Really?
dumb.
Because when somebody realizes they're
Don't seem as
losing an
dumb as
argument.
He's probably more likely to listen.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead and engage with Chris, or with Eric. Go ahead.
About
Go ahead. All right, go ahead and engage with Eric then.
Go ahead, Eric. So basically, do you believe in the fact you came from nothing as well? You don't believe in the creator, right?
I don't believe that God exists. No, I'm a hard atheist.
Okay, so you believe you came from something, right?
I believe the universe came from quantum fluctuations and quantum foam that
No,
created.
I'm talking about. Hold on, we're jumping the gun.
Like,
We're jumping the gun.
I can explain all that, but
I know,
are you
I know,
asking
I know.
about?
We're jumping
Are you
the gun,
asking like
Eric.
an evolution?
I just started speaking with you. Let's start over, man. You believe you personally you always existed, or you came from something or someone?
Yeah, I came from my mother. If you're asking about abiogenesis, where all life started, I could talk
That's
about
not
that. If
what
you're
I'm
asking,
talking about at all, bro. I'm not trying.
Apparently,
I'm not
Kareem
trying
doesn't
to-
know how sex works.
I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to trick you.
I was just trying to cut through some of it.
Understand how you think. Please just.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, hold on. How about Kareem? How about you ask Eric a question and then you allow him to answer, and you'll have a back and forth, okay?
Well, how about you not jump in? How about that?
Because you keep
Well,
interrupting
it's
Eric
his
when
platform, so
you
yeah.
keep interrupting when Eric's trying to answer.
He want to learn, right? He should be able
Kareem,
to.
I know you don't like me because I cooked you, and I know your butt hurt. But just let Eric
willing to talk. So are you
let Eric allow Eric to answer your questions. So
I choose to ignore you to continue.
have a back and forth. Have a back and forth, okay?
Anyway, Eric. So you believe you came from your parents, right? Your mom.
Yep.
So you came from someone, you would say, right? Now it would
Yep.
kind of be absurd to assume that you came from nothing, right?
Yes.
So with that being said, so where do you think your parents came from?
Their parents.
Okay,
I'm just asking, like, where are we going with this?
Okay, and okay, your parents. So your parents. Please don't engage, host. Please don't engage. Let him do his own thing. I'm saying,
can we skip a lot of
this? You're training him to be a piece of shit like you. Not honestly, that's what it is. You're training.
I just want you to understand. I discuss like with people with PhDs in biology and physics and all this stuff. So
That's
like
great,
that's why I'm
man. That's
asking
great.
you.
You're so educated,
Where
man.
are you?
You're not willing to have a
Do
conversation.
you notice how like neither of us have ever insulted you at all?
I've actually been trying to be really nice. I'm trying to answer your question. I just trying to speed up if you're doing
You're
the
laughing. You're
regression
laughing
of all
and
this
saying,
stuff.
where is this going? That's what I'm saying. You're not answering the question.
So
an
like,
insult.
well, I'm asking like, can you get to where you're trying to get? Are you asking where life came from, where humans came from? Do you want me to explain how I know?
No, I want
that
you to
human
ask where
evolution
you
is
come
true?
from. You personally came
He
from.
comes from his parents.
I come from my parents.
Let
I
him
don't know
speak.
what.
Let him speak.
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay,
come from my
without the
parents.
mockery and the smart answer.
But
obviously
you-
we're not
I-
little
this
kids.
has
I know
been
it's a
answered a
ridiculous
million
question,
times.
But trust
Yes.
me, there's a point to it if you're willing if you have an open mind.
Get to the point.
So you say you came from your parents, which are human, right? You believe you came. You're human, right?
Yes,
Okay, so where'd they come from?
their parents.
All right, where'd they come from?
Their parents.
All right, where'd they come from?
Their parents.
So did they live for like? Did you believe that humans always existed, or did they come from somewhere?
No.
else?
Yes. I
Okay.
even know when humans
Where'd
came
they come
into
from?
what we define as humans.
Where'd they come from?
Rounds in the Congo area was about 250 to 300,000 years ago was when the first Homo sapien was what we define as.
We come from Homo sapiens. Is that what you're saying?
we are Homo sapiens, but
Okay,
we
where
came
the
from
Homo
like a
sapiens come
Homo habilis.
Okay, where did they come from?
What was it? Homo forensis, I believe. Then it goes like Arthropithecus forensis. Eventually gets to a state about 2.5 to 3 million years ago, which is about when the last common ancestor chimpanzees, bonobos came from. Before that, you would probably look into more of the common ancestors would be. We would still have a mammal concept, so it would be probably some type of other definitive thing. Ape, it goes all the way up to about 65 million years
You believe we
ago.
came from animals, right?
We are animals by definition.
But we come from other animals too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where did they come from? Where did these animals come from?
The original animals, you talk about like we're mammals and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Luco, yeah, Luco is just the last universal common ancestor, which would be I want to say it's like 1.4 billion years was Luca.
What is that? What is that?
Last universal common ancestor.
Is that like a fish or a plant? What is that?
It's an
No,
acronym.
that would be it's like
Bacteria?
it'd probably be like a simple organism, like a single cell, or maybe
Like
a
bacteria?
simplistic.
You think it came from bacteria?
Kinda.
Okay, great. Where did
Yeah.
they come from? Where did bacteria come from?
Abiogenesis.
What's that?
Abiogenesis is life coming from non-life. We have seen that life is made up of basically simple proteins that can create into amino
Okay,
acids.
where did they come from? The amino acids, where did they come from?
They are natural creations of the Big Bang.
What is it?
It is natural creations from things like the Big Bang.
So you don't know where they came from, right? That's what
I
you're
just
saying.
gave it to you.
Yeah, he just told
I
you.
just
where they come from.
answered it.
You
They're
said the
natural
Big Bang
creations from
created
the
it?
Big Bang.
The Big Bang created it.
Now, where did God come from?
We
Now,
came
where did
from the
God come
Big Bang.
from?
Okay, where did the Big Bang came from?
It could have always, the universe have always existed.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, I can give you like a which. So
in the
there's a
beginning
lot
of the conversation, I want you to know in the beginning of the conversation, you already assumed that to say that we create to say that because we came from ourselves to our parents and we ended up to the Big Bang. You see how fast we went there? It wasn't that far actually.
I've been trying to get you to rush.
Hold on.
I've been trying to get you here this whole time.
Like you literally was.
I want you to have an
he wanted to
acknowledgement
skip
something.
straight. He wanted to skip straight
I don't
over
wanna
all
skip
of
it.
those
I don't want to
questions.
skip it. I don't want to skip it because I want you to admit.
I think so.
I wanted you to admit. I wanted you to admit that in the beginning of the conversation, you said it would be stupid to assume that either you did not create yourself or you didn't come from nothing. But now, since we're at the Big Bang, you want to sit there and tell me
Yes.
the universe was always there, or that we
Okay. So, Kareem,
made ourselves. So you
Kareem.
made yourself look very, very stupid. That's all.
Okay, so Kareem, it would be fucking stupid to think that something comes from nothing, right?
right.
It's fucking ridiculous to think that something comes from nothing, right? I mean, absolutely a ridiculous, stupid position to think that something comes from nothing, right?
Exactly.
Is God something?
Yep.
Where'd he come from?
Well, came from God.
Where did God come from?
I just told you. It's the other way around. Nothing came from him. He came.
But no, it's fucking stupid to think something comes from nothing, so where did God come from?
You're the one who believe in nothing, not me. I believe in creator.
Sir, it's fucking ridiculous and stupid to
believe
think
you
that
created
something.
yourself.
Where did
I'm
God come from?
Yeah, that life is temporary.
Where did God come
You
from?
believe in the devil.
Hey, it's so fucking stupid to think that
why
something
you a
comes from
crackhead,
nothing. So where did God come from?
You just made at the beginning of the argument. You just admitted that anyone who believed that they came
Where did God come from?
and then now you believe you came from
Where
nothing.
where did God come from? Kareem,
How stupid you sound. Everybody in this chat is slow too. Opie, that's why all y'all
Kareem,
crackheads.
is it stupid to think that something comes from nothing?
Yeah. That's why I said.
Okay, is God something?
You believe nothing created something. You believe you created yourself.
Is God something?
You were nothing, but you here, right? So you believe you created yourself.
Kareem, it's fucking ridiculous and stupid to think that something comes from nothing, right?
Yeah.
So is God something?
But you just admitted that a minute ago. That's what I'm saying.
Is God something, Kareem?
Yeah.
And it's stupid to think that something comes from nothing, right?
Yeah.
And God is something, right?
All right.
Where did God come from?
He's there.
Where'd he come from? Where'd he come from?
He came. He didn't come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause
No, it's fucking stupid that something comes from nothing.
listen, he is everything.
Wait, you sound so fucking stupid right now saying that something comes from nothing.
No, I don't. I'm telling you.
Imagine being a dumb ass stupid person saying that something comes from nothing. Imagine that.
Imagine being stupid. Like, okay, let me ask you a question because you're so knowledgeable, right?
Well, no, but wait, no. Where did God come from? Where did God come
I
from?
want to end it like this. You say you don't believe in the creator, right? Your parents.
Where did God come from? Where did God come from?
Your parents. What do they believe? Do they believe in the creator or no?
My dad does.
Okay, what about his parents?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Let's say they do.
I've never met my dad's parents.
Your never met your grandparents from either side of your mom or dad?
On my mom's side, yeah, but not my dad's side.
Do they believe in the creator?
I don't know. I've never met them.
On your mom's side?
On my mom's side, I don't believe I've ever had that conversation with them. I don't know.
You don't know your grandparents.
They died about 15 years ago, so I don't remember having that conversation with them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Most people do, and they probably did. So you're telling me, right?
Where did God come from?
I'm telling you, listen. What I'm trying to say is, so your dad basically, and everybody in the world, mostly, and everybody in history that ever lived, believed.
Do you have a source for that? Do you have a source for that?
Smart. Yeah. You just said your dad one of them. So you basically.
Well, do you have a source that everybody believes in a creator?
Do you think? What's the source that you smarter than your dad? What's the source of that?
I never made that claim.
You just said he don't believe in the creator. I mean, he believe in the creator. You don't.
Yeah, but you made a claim that.
From
Are you
populace.
smarter than your dad? Yes or no?
But
Are you smarter than your dad?
Kareem, you made the claim that everybody believes in a creator. So what's your source?
Most people do, yes. And
Yeah, what's your source for that? What's your source?
Are
for
you
that?
smarter than everybody? And
What is the source for the claim you made? What's the source for the claim you made?
Given the fact that what I'm saying is facts, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
This is a fallacy.
That's a fallacy. Yeah, it's true because I say it's true.
Popularity. Well, it's popularity.
True, bro. It's just facts. What are you talking about?
It's a logical fallacy.
Eric,
Eric, Kareem.
Your parents, do you believe? What about your parents? Do they believe in a God?
No.
You're a liar. What about
I'm not a liar.
What's the
I
source for that?
appreciate. What is your logical thinking that I'm a liar?
Okay, maybe because you want a different generation, bro. You got some inbreds. Listen.
Wait, how old do you think I am?
What? Did he just call you an inbred?
Nah, look.
I don't know what he said there.
But wait, Kareem.
I'm not a young kid.
But hold on, Kareem. It's fucking
like
stupid. Hold on. It's fucking stupid to say that something comes from nothing, right?
Yeah.
Is God something?
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
I told you, everything came from him.
No, but where did God come from?
He doesn't beget, neither does it be begotten.
But no, it's fucking stupid to say that something comes from nothing.
He always existed.
No, but that's fucking stupid to say something comes from nothing.
No.
Wait, is it stupid to say that something comes from nothing?
The definition of God is the creator of everything. That's so it doesn't make sense. So
Is your God all knowing?
There is nothing like him. He is all knowing.
Does your God have knowledge of all things?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And does your God test people?
Yeah.
But why would your all-knowing God need to test something?
It's for your benefit, not for his.
Wait, so you believe God created everything, right?
Yeah.
Did God create himself?
No, because he's always there.
Then that runs into an issue. If God created everything, but yet he didn't create himself, then he didn't create
How did he
everything.
create himself? He didn't have a beginning.
Yeah, so that's an issue with the actual argument to say that God
There
created
is a
everything.
beginning. That's what I said.
And that's fucking.
There's no beginning.
Yeah, and that's fucking stupid to say that something comes from nothing, right?
I mean, if your observation, it's just a logical perspective. If you don't believe in the creator, obviously you don't think about it.
Well, you haven't proven or demonstrated a creator.
And that's the default position for him.
What's the evidence that the universe has a creation?
That we're creation. That's what I'm saying.
That's circular. That's circular. You're saying that the universe was created because we're created. That's circular. That's a fallacy.
No. I'm saying, how do you know we're not? Like, how do you know? It's like saying, how do you know we exist?
I never made the claim that we weren't created. I said I believe the universe could have always existed.
So you're making
the positive.
You believe that you always existed. That's what you believe.
No, I never said that I always existed. No.
But aren't you part of the universe?
Yes, and right now in this moment I am.
You also believe the universe is the one who made you, don't you?
No, my parents made me.
Isn't your parents part of the universe?
Yep.
So the universe made you then, right?
No, my parents made them.
But you just said the universe made them,
No, I never said that.
Or a fish made them.
Nope, never said that either.
Made back to the Big Bang. I don't know. You have a lot of gods. You have a monkey god. You got a Big Bang god. You got a sun god.
Wait, when did I ever say I have a god?
I mean, everybody worships something, man. You just worship it.
I don't worship anything, bro.
You worship a monkey, bro.
I think that's fucking weird to worship something. That's fucking weird.
That's
cringy. That's cringy as hell to worship something.
You need to stop doing the crack. That's what I'm saying. You need to find God. Turn back to God before it's too late.
So you got cooked so hard that you think I'm a crack smoker.
No, you definitely are a crack smoker. Let me tell you
what's your evidence of that? What's your evidence of that?
I'll tell you. Because no rational man think like this. Like a fucking piece of shit.
Wait. Why am I a piece of shit? Why?
Because you a loser, man. You're here trying
Why?
to make people
But why
stupid.
though? Why?
This is what are you doing here, man? You're trying to curse God.
Why am I a loser? Why? Just give me the evidence. Just tell me what's the justified belief that I'm a loser.
You should do something productive with your life. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what the fuck are you doing here?
I'm trying to educate you, trying to give you.
If this is unproductive, then what the fuck are you doing here?
I'm a grown man. I pay my own bills. I can do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't ask you about your life choices, your
I'm
lifestyle.
in my mom's basement, using her internet.
If this is an unproductive thing we're doing here, then what the fuck are you doing here?
What I'm saying is you're projecting negative things. That's what I'm saying.
Because you're the one who just called me a loser and a crackhead, and I have not insulted you one time.
That's because you're insulting God, bro.
Bro, fuck your God.
Fuck you.
Hey,
That's what I'm
God,
saying.
pull up, God. Hey, God, strike me down right now.
You're my enemy, bro.
God, if you're real, strike me down right now. Pull up. Tell your weak ass God to pull up. Where's he at? Oh, still here.
Listen, I'm not the one's gonna kill you.
I'm still here. Where's your little bitch ass God at?
And they coming for you. So watch your words, bro.
Where's your bitch ass God at? Where's your crackhead God at?
It seems like you have more problems with God than anyone. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get what's coming. You're gonna meet him.
You don't even know if you just told me your God is all knowing, but he tests people.
He do test people, bro. That's the test.
Well, why does an all knowing God need to test something?
Because you have so much hatred for God, yet you don't believe in him.
I didn't ask you about my hatred for God. I asked you why an
all knowing.
Why does an all knowing God need to test something?
That's the whole point of being here, bro.
What's the purpose of a test?
Oh, I got a violation warning.
Yeah, probably because you're a hateful Christian who wants to call people losers and crackheads after you fucking can't prove anything about your bloodthirsty, violent piece of shit God. Who you said that something coming from nothing is fucking stupid, but then when I asked you if your God is something, you said yes, and then I asked you where did your God come from, you said, well, he's always existed. He came from nothing.
I'll let you go, brother. Yeah, I was hearing that. I was just like, oh, it's some horrible arguments, and definitely was Muslim. I was like, man, that was just sad. But
all right, thanks, Eric, for coming up here, guys. Make sure you guys are following Eric, man. W Eric in the comments. You know a lot more about explaining the evolution and all that stuff better than I do. So
yeah, I don't mind ever helping. I'll talk to you later, brother.
Thanks, Eric. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I got to use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Just give me like literally 30 seconds.